RunDatBacks. If you ain't know, you should already know. About to get this popping. We are live battle rapport on all platforms, and of course, Chime, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. So let's get our thoughts together. Let's get it together. What luck say? Let's get it together now. Let's get it together now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see this camera straight. That camera looking straight. The webcam. Alright, we looking straight. We looking straight. We looking good with it. Alright, cool. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. Let's get ready for the Battle Rapport. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Battle Rapport. I am your host, Hydra Man. You're a Slipknot fan of Battle Rap here, helping you catch up on Battle Rap. And yeah, it's been long awaited. It's long overdue. You already know what it is. If you already see it for the title, you should already know what it is. I don't think y'all ready, but y'all should have already been ready. I told y'all it's gonna happen. And the individual battles of me recapping them starts now. All right. And in this one, right, we gotta give it its right introduction, right? We gotta give it its proper due because there were so many things that happened in that event. We're talking about Drake's Till Death Do Us Part that happened on Drake's birthday, October 30th. Now, yeah, day after Christmas, I'm out here giving y'all something special, all right? The fact that we had one of the best, if not one of the toughest competitions when it comes to battles going back and forth with this particular battle that I'm about to talk about right now. And y'all should already know from the title, I'm talking about RumNitty versus TREX. Hold on. We got to give it its proper introduction. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait. In this corner, hailing from Harlem, NY, New York City. The homie from Dat Mom, you should already know his name, his work ethic. He is a legend. You should already know his name. If not, you're about to know his name. His name is TREX. And his opponent from Arizona, repping the West. You already know his name. He is the URLian. He is the Gunline King. The one, the only, RumNitty. That feels a lot better. Yeah, that feels a lot better. A whole lot better. Yeah. But yeah, these two, they had a battle a couple months ago. If y'all ain't know or recognized or even remembered, even though it should have been a big card to y'all, but it's been talked about. This card has been talked about throughout the past few months. It was a very hot card, hot topic. Every battle up there was great. You gotta give it up to Drake. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Maybe Smack, Beasley, Chico had, some ideas and gave the card idea to Drake or whatever. But Mook did say that he was putting the card together for Drake. So, you know what I mean? We don't know. Now, I just want Drake to battle Mook. You know what I mean? To get that little thing out of the way. You know what I mean? That whole little spat, you know what I mean, between them. You know what I mean? But since we're already doing, you know what I mean, the little side talk, you know what I mean, before we start getting into the battle, you know what I mean, Let me check the prompts right here to check the chats. You know what I mean? We're good real quick, so on and so forth. Alright. Now, right now, oh, wrong one. Here we go. Right now, we're trying to get our castership here on Caffeine. You know what I mean? We are live streaming, simulcasting, multicast, multi-streaming, multiple platforms, thanks to, of course, Restream. But we are on Caffeine, we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook Live, right? Now, we are trying to achieve our castership on Caffeine. It's going to be about 8 days of streaming altogether. It's going to be about, what was it, 5 concurrent viewers, which can be regulars on my show. You know what I mean? And, literally bring up conversations, have good conversations, even debate. The list goes on. Being interactive. And of course, it's going to be about 10 hours that I'm going to have to accumulate within that time period. Now, if yeah, share, subscribe, hit the like, all that, let the people know there's a new sheriff in town that he loves battle rap and he's a fan of Slipknot and heavy metal and feels that there's very big similarities between the two and made a show upon it. And that basically I'm out here trying to be the most positive battle rap channel out here. No cursing, so on and so forth. And non-biased. You know what I mean? I like Tay-Rock, I like RumNitty, but I gotta call it down the line if one of them lost or something like that. You feel me? So anything goes. But when it comes to the battle rap poor, we are, well, I am nothing. Now, when I say we, the reason why I say we is because the battle rap poor it's me. This is my thing. This is my show. But I want to have it as an interactive show. So when I say we, I mean anyone who follows me, the 70 plus people that follow me on Caffeine, and the 8 people that follow me on YouTube, and subscribe to me on YouTube, and at least a few hundred on Facebook and stuff like that. But anyway, because I'm trying to achieve my castership on Caffeine, when I do achieve this, there will be changes that will go on and happen on my channel, on the YouTube, Facebook, and Caffeine. And I will be introducing newer segments down the line. Coming forward, I will be doing something on a different streaming platform other than Caffeine, of course. I will be doing, multiple streaming stuff like that. So I will be on Caffeine and I will be on other streaming platforms too soon. Um, and of course, like I was saying, Instagram and stuff like that. I will be having a whole new series just separate alone on Instagram, which will be different from, of course, the program that we have here on the Battle Rapport. And what I was thinking of doing was having a whole new entire show for Instagram and having a whole new different set entire show for Bigo or Big O, which is another streaming platform. You could go on and it's a free app and you can, go up there and check people out and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Y'all should go check it out. But definitely there will be a lot of new things coming up down the line for the new year for all you beautiful people out there in the battle rap community. Why? Because I feel it's time for more positive channels and more, positive segments and ideas to come out from the battle rap community for the world to hear and listen. Because there are millions, you hear me? Millions of people out there that love battle rap. So if we can entertain everyone, I'm not just talking about the whole negative and the drama. Look, there's always going to be drama. But let's point out the positive in the battle rap stuff that happens. If there's a great battle that happened, a debatable, talk about it, debate about it. Turn your turn your camera phone on and start your channel and start talking about it. You feel me? And if you're trying to get monetized like we are, like I am out here at the Battle Rap Poor, not trying to curse out this mug. You know what I mean? So, but of course, got that little spiel and spat out the way. You know what I mean? But let's get this out of the way real quick. Now, of course, shout out to Champion, Jay Black, Dree, Rita, Anwar, Debo, of course, and Mark Django. Shout out the whole Champion staff. Um, they have the P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance, all that. Y'all get it, right? Well, we have the Battle Rap Poor, we have the M's, and it goes a little something like this. It's mandatory to memorize material, masterfully manipulate metaphors, massacre markmen maliciously to maintain motivative mightiness. Should I say it again? I think so. It's mandatory to memorize material, masterfully manipulate metaphors, massacre markmen maliciously to maintain motivative mightiness. Oh, of course, there's a second part, and it goes a little something like this. Be mindful to multitask, magnify major maddening main lines magically, and mastermind a manifesto murderer manuscript. Should I say it again? I believe so. Be mindful to multitask, magnify major maddening main lines magically, and mastermind a manifesto murderer manuscript. Oh, that felt so good. Anyway, so got that out the way. Of course, Battle Rapport on all platforms. Now, let's get into this RumNitty and TREX. I was I was quite upset when first watched it, because there was a lot of people that it was like a lot of lines that were being said that were just like either it were going over their heads or people were like leaving. And what was happening? There were people leaving while the battle was happening. Like it was a smoke break or whatever. And I'm like, yo, come on now. Oh, RumNitty wasn't 100 when he was up there. He was like more like a 60 or whatever. No, that man. Okay, okay. Look, both of them. Do you hear me? Do I have to shake the camera or something? Do you know that these men are legends right now? One is a present legend, living legend right now. I call RumNitty because of the simple fact he is doing things beyond imagine. Why do I say that? Because he's a UR alien, right? He's doing things unimaginable. What do you mean? What do you mean? RumNitty is doing things unimaginable. How many rematches has RumNitty had in the past couple years? And they ended up being classics. Or matter of fact, all the rematches he just about had within the span of 12 months, right? Something like that. Leave it in the comments below. Has all his recent rematches been within the span of 12 months? Maybe 1 year going into the other, maybe like 2020 going into 2021 or something like that. But RumNitty, can we say that when he thinks of, you know, flipping somebody's slogan or something like that, do you think that when he does it, he's magical? I kind of feel like he's very magical when he does Ill Will. He did it against Ill Will, and that ended up being crazy. Um, of course, people want to debate him and T Top, RumNitty versus T Top. And I kind of felt like, that was a very close battle. I still feel like RumNitty beat T Top. He edged him. That whole Walmart angle at the end. Uh, couple points I was like, yeah. A couple other points I was like, oh, cringeworthy. So I kind of felt like RumNitty for me edged. Um, for me, I felt even though T Top had his moment in the third round and ended it spectacularly, I felt it was it wasn't enough for what RumNitty did. I think RumNitty had just enough that in that third round he edged just enough that he did enough that even with T Top's moment, there was there was material in that. You know what I mean? I definitely would like to do an episode on that T Top versus RumNitty, but right now we're talking about T-Rex and we talking about RumNitty. You know what I mean? These two men, like I was saying before, these two men are legends. We're talking about a legend from the old era, and we're talking about a legend in the new era. Now, okay, RumNitty's been around for quite a bit, but I label him a legend because he been top tier for a long time. He pulled vet moves. All right, let me put it like this. Let me put it like this. When he battled, when RumNitty battled T-Rex the first time in their two-rounder. Go ahead, look it up. But I feel like T-Rex, a lot of people felt like he was, doing the mixtape bars. RumNitty never got to really rebuttal about, him, doing the whole, uh, mixtape bars or whatever, or something that he heard him rap before. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, I kind of felt like we needed a rematch. We needed a third. We needed a rematch where they have three rounds. Apparently, we got that, but a lot of people just like they toned that battle down. Oh, it's whack. It's weak. It's it's not comparable to the other battles that happen on the card. And look, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna spaz, right? Jazz did do her she killed it. She did her motherfucking thing against Gaddis. Had me totally thinking that there was gonna be the ring rust that she had to deal with, but no. Jazz didn't have the ring rust. She don't got ring rust. I respect that because she showed up and showed out and made just anybody who had money on Gaddis, like if I had money on Gaddis, yeah, I lost that. You know what I mean? I didn't have money on Gaddis, but if I did, because I was, I seen Gaddis's, last few battles since she came back, and well, every single one of her battles since Gaddis came back, and I'm like, yo, Gaddis is back and she's on fire. She's not letting up. She's learning at the same time with her. I'm telling y'all, this is a bad. This Gaddis is going to cook Jazz the Rapper, but it just ended up being a really good battle that ended up being weighed more on Jazz's side because of the reactions of the fact that Jazz had bars on deck. You feel me? But this we ain't here to talk about Jazz. We ain't here to talk about Gaddis. Because that like I said, this episode of RumNitty, of Run That Back recap of RumNitty and T-Rex hashtag till death. I am doing more episodes, each one of them doing each individual battles that I said I was going to recap and I'm going to do. So that's what I'm going to do because there has to be a change. If I said I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And you know what? It starts today. A new day has arrived. Oh, I'm wilding. But anyway, let's get to it, people. Let's get to it. I'm telling you because for me, RumNitty, he just, I'm not gonna say this was a dirty 30, but people have been calling it. I would like to call it a gentleman's 30, but some people are just like, oh, it's a body, it's so on and so forth, and other people are like, oh, well, it wasn't even worth watching, and I'm like, come on, are y'all wilding? This was There was so many bars. All right. I wrote down a few bars, right? From each of the rounds. And the last round, I just wrote down one specific bar from each of them because I'm like, I know where this was headed. And I felt that, all right, for me, I felt T-Rex was starting to decline towards the second round. And that led for the third round being, the way it happened. You feel me? I felt, don't get me wrong. T-Rex is a legend. He does his thing. I just felt like he needs he needs a little. All right, you know what? I think this being a loss on T-Rex record is just the fire that he needs to come back out here and body somebody. That's my personal opinion. I'm not going to go on the negative, and everybody wants to go on the negative. This show is not about going on the negative. You hear me? I know. Look, I know. People have wins and losses. It happens. It does not mean that it's over for them. If they win or lose, like, oh, I'm the champ and that's it, and they retire. No, sometimes you have to continue on and solidify your legacy. You know what I mean? Or trying to get to the point where you can create a legacy to solidify. You feel me? And of course, T-Rex has his legacy. To solidify it, I think there's a few more people that he wants on his list. On his belt, not just on his belt, that show, like, yo, you know what? I'm from the old era, but I came back in the new era, had a couple of losses, had some wins, but I came and I showed up and I cemented my legacy. You feel me? I think that's what T-Rex has been doing for the past couple of years. Yo, I think he might be, this might be the one, bro. This might be the one that really lights the fire on the T-Rex to really show up and show out. Yo, do you think that the next tournament, that next Ultimate Madness tournament, what was it? I'm guessing, okay, Ultimate Madness 5, right? The next Ultimate Madness, which comes up, Ultimate Madness 5, let's say it's for $100,000. Do you think T-Rex would be announced to be in it? I think he would. I think he would throw his hat in for a chance at that $100,000. I'm telling y'all. And I bet you, if he does throw his hat in, that he ain't gonna let up. Now, RumNitty, he was in the tournament before. I still feel like we need the real results. But I did have damn, who did I? Yeah, I did have RumNitty. Um, Between Geechee Gotti and RumNitty with the tournament, I did feel that RumNitty, because that was their rematch. And like I said before, how many times does RumNitty have to have another rematch and he makes another classic? This one, over what, underwhelming. It wasn't so on and so forth. I do not care. These men were going in, but it was unappreciated. Some of the bars are going over the head. The decline in one end and the climb, the rise of another. I just feel like two different classes were shown, two different levels of men that are in their legacy stages. One, a legend in his own right for his history that he has laid in battle rap history, T-Rex, plus RumNitty, who he, in his own right, has been creating his own legacy within the new era through his own grit and determination to get to where he is now. but we need. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, people. I want this rematch. I want the third. I want T-Rex RumNitty numero tres. Straight up. It's 1-1 going into the end. Because T-Rex won the first battle, but it's a two-rounder. You can't really score a two-rounder. Oh, don't like don't like half battles like that. One rounder, all right, sometimes acceptable as long as down the line it's promotion and inspiration and fire for down the line we have 3 rounds. So I'm cool with that. But 2 rounds, right? If you're gonna go 2 rounds, just do 3. If you're going to sit there and write 2 rounds, just write 3 and have 3. That's it. But these are leagues and organizers that put these events together. So sometimes you'll have 2 rounds, sometimes you'll have 1 round, or even you'll have 3. So it happens. Or you'll have an event that will only have like 1-rounders throughout the event, and then at the last, like the main event, it'll be a 3-rounder. I'm cool with that as long as those other 1-rounders they make sense in the fact that they're 1-rounders, they're warm ups, they're starter battles. You feel me? That have potential of being something afterwards. Each individual battlers and each individual battles themselves. You feel me? To later on be something bigger and better. You feel me? So let's get into T-Rex and RumNitty. I think Rex won the coin flip and chose RumNitty to go first. Or I think RumNitty won the coin flip and he chose to go first. But I think it was Rex that won the coin flip. You know what I mean? Of course, you know how when RumNitty comes in, he's like, "Ew, ew, ew." Make sure my mic is like, "Ew, ew." Like, yo, just by RumNitty has a specific tone to his voice that in interviews, he's cool, calm, and collective. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just, you know what I mean? I just do 100% out there when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. I just rep the West, rep what I do. You know what I mean? What I do, so on and so forth. And da 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 da. You know what I mean? And then when he's up there on stage, it's like, hey, hey, you just see the energy just start like, up. It done started. It done started. It done started. Like, yo, it's like Tay Rock. It's like the whole Tay Rock effect. When Tay Rock is like, hey, yo, everybody, like, yo, no lie. Well, the first time when he was like, they say I couldn't gumball him to death, like, yo, and he started taking off his jacket and he's like, yo, he gonna go first. Since that time, maybe before then, but since that time, I've really noticed that, like, every time Rock comes up there, he always, in just about any league that he'll go on, you know what I mean? We've seen him on Bullpen. You know what I mean? We seen him on Queen of the Ring. So I kind of felt like every time since then, he's been wanting to add a little bit more showmanship or like from the off the from the first words, from the first breaths he start exhaling on stage. It's like energy from the door. Let's get this started. Hey yo, like yo, no lie. I felt like ever since he started like yo, I'm about to gun. They said I couldn't gumball him to death. Like yo, since that time to now, he's been excelling in his entries, in his introductions. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have a whole spotlight episode on Tay Rock one of these days in the future. So you know what I mean? I might just do it on my birthday. You know what I mean? Because Tay Rock is just that dude. I might do it on his birthday. I don't know, but I kind of want to situate the spotlight episodes on what I mean, their birthdays. But that's another time for another time in the future. Should have never let that secret out. But it's not really a secret if it's going to be a part of the show. Smart. Think about it. Think about it. So of course, like I was saying, RumNitty comes out from the gate like, "Ow, ow!" Of course, trying to make sure that he got, you know, the mic straight, everything straight, so on and so forth. Plus, his breathing. Like, all right, I'm good on stage. I'm good on stage. All right, got the nerves out of me. Got the butterflies out of me. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I mean? And he was like, you was a crip he was like, you was a crip when we first battled. Like, everybody got the whole crowd going crazy or whatever. You know what I mean? Because T-Rex wasn't, cripping before they battled and this, that, and the other. Like, and that, oh, you ain't no crip now. Like, yo, he flipped it right then and there as the first thing. Like, yo, I think that was on RumNitty mind from since then. You know what I mean? Like, cause afterwards, it was, of course, years later or whatever, but it was almost like one of those things like, I got this ammo I could use. I know we're going to battle again. It's going to be one of those days. But I got this bar right here on the side just in case. And then he actually got to use it. You know what I mean? That's what I felt that opening bar was. Like, this been in the stash. This was sitting here for a while since I found that out. Yeah, I had that right here in my pocket, just waiting. And assume, yo, don't let me battle Rex because I could just throw this out right here, just like bow. You know what I mean? But that it was a very good opener, but I really feel like that was light. Shout out to Tay Rock. I kind of felt like that was light. You know what I mean? He could have hit him, he could have hit him with a little bit heavier, disrespectful bar if he wanted to. But I guess he was, respecting, giving him respect to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But we still battle rapping, so we still on stage, and you the ops, you the opposition in front of me, you the ops right now. So I gotta take you out, cut though all that. You know what I mean? So, and then he was like, what? This is one of my favorite bars that he did in RumNitty's first round. Stalking in the bush with the chopper, like hedge trimmers. Oof, damn, that was, oh boy, that was crazy. The shoot at Rex Center, that was that bar, that set, I'm telling you, that was insane. I don't think I've ever heard that Rex Center bar done against T-Rex, and that probably was the first time anyone has done that. I don't know. I might have to check out. Um, I might have to check out. Um, T-Rex versus Tay-Rock, because maybe that was set. Maybe Tay-Rock said a Rex Center line in there, but I don't think he did. But that's why I'm like, damn, that was such a good bar. That wasn't never used. Rex Center, that was never used on Rex before. I don't know. I might have to check that out. But I like that bar. That hit for me. That hit. The Vanilla Sky scheme, that was crazy. That bar was crazy. Uh, every month, uh, right? Oh yeah, this one was crazy. Every month, rocking different colors like birthstones. Oh my, what? Yeah, RumNitty. Yeah, I'm telling you, this first round, it might not have been so spectacular to other people or whatever, but this was a really good first round from RumNitty. One of his great first rounds. Um, and this one, determining factor. You hear me? Determining factor in a battle are moments. It could be a bar. It could be moments. It could be just about anything. But this right here was a defining moment for me amongst everything else. Growth and development like an incubator. That one right there was for me the determining factor. That was the bar in that first round. I was like, wow, he might have got this round, but let's hear T-Rex. You know what I mean? But I was like, hey, this could be one of those, bars that could be a determining factor. I was thinking about it then and there, watching it. I sat there and watched it about 3 times, so I know what I'm talking about when I said that T-Rex, he he was on his ish. He was on his old school ish. We got the old school vibes of T-Rex ish, but he's battling RumNitty. And when you're battling RumNitty, you have to be on point. You have to be on your A game. And if all else fails, try to rebuttal. Try to freestyle something, you know what I mean, in the atmosphere that just happened or something like that. That, you know what I mean? Because those things do add and become determining factors. You feel me? That's a main determining factor in any battle for me. People can have their bars, their performance, but who's having a moment or who has a rebuttal and it hit? Did the other one rebuttal and hit? No, the other one didn't rebuttal. They just went to the written. Then this person most likely is going to be the winner at the end of this battle, unless this person comes back. You know what I mean? With a rebuttal. So it could be rebuttal, and then at the end of the night, who y'all got? We got a debate. Those are great battles. And then, of course, I mean, don't get me wrong. When he did the whole growth and my whole, growth and development, like an incubator, like that, the setup to that was crazy epic. That hit hard for just about anybody, yo. Stock 4X, he a trader. Stock 4X, he a trader. Y'all get the double on that? Yeah, stock in X. Yeah, I got the stock in 4X. He a trader. Yo, that was insane. You gotta hit the like button on that one because that was, all right, don't get me wrong, the growth and development, like an incubator, that was worth a like button. But this one, the stock 4X, he a trader, that double, y'all should have picked that up. It might have been a triple. I have to, go into my notes, my other notes, because I had other notes besides this. You know what I mean? I'm just picking up from my notes that I had before, throwing it on here, and then, creating this episode for you. You know what I mean? Now, of course, the Battle Rapport is the only channel that has RunDatBack recap. And of course, Spotlit. Shout out to Black Compass Media, Tony Bro, Polo, the whole staff out there. They started doing spotlight, spotlighting and stuff like that, new battle rapper and stuff like that. They did that, started doing that a few months ago, stuff like that. I've had the spot, like I said, I had Spotlit an idea for past couple years. It's just now I put it together. I've had it on my list board over here for a while since I've started my channel, but trust you me, I've had this in the making for a couple years as far as the show, that new segment series called Spotlit. So, yeah, we are the only place where you will get RunDatBack recap and Spotlit. And of course, your only place where you'll get me, Hydra-Man, your Slipknot fan of battle rap. Anyway, but yeah, Stock 4X, he a trader. That was insane. Going into prep bars is something we got to deal with. Oh, man, when he did that, when he, all right, we gotta go past that. Big up in the head. Oh man, oh, that was crazy too. Big U up in the head. Yeah, that was crazy. Um, what happened? Got the head cracking. Then the neck snapping sound like T-Rex laughing. Yo, be honest. We didn't heard T-Rex laugh. He laughs exactly like that. And when he heard that, even T-Rex started laughing on stage. And what did you hear? It was hilarious. It was like perfect timing. That was perfect and perfect defense for T-Rex on T-Rex hands. You know what I mean? Without interrupting. Like, yo, you don't laugh like that and so on. So, like, it's like, oh, that was actually fun. They're like, that was hilarious. You gotta admit it, yo. That was crazy. You know what I mean? But for me, like that was these are, like I said, I grabbed a handful of these bars because I really felt like this was a great round RumNitty did. And of course, a little slight defense on T-Rex's part, you know what I mean, with the laughing, you know what I mean, laughing. That was just like so funny and so comical, but at the same time ingenious, perfect timing. You know what I mean? It was almost like, what I mean, I could defend that by doing this, and I could get the people on my side. And he did kind of get people on his side on that. You know what I mean? Even though it was kind of like a fight between the both of them with the crowd. Some of, a lot of people were saying that there were people leaving when T-Rex and RumNitty were battling, which I want to cry. I'm like, what? Like, yo, I when I heard that, I'm like, what the? And this was like a couple days later, even though, on the live stream, Jay Black and them were saying like, there were people that were leaving when they were battling and so on and so forth. These are legends, people. Y'all just don't walk away when, there are legends on stage here. And on such a anyway. We are on T-Rex, right? T-Rex's first round. I got some bars, right? I got some bars from T-Rex's first round, and like like I said, only got a handful. I just felt like RumNitty's first round was that determining factor round. So I had a few other bars that I put to the side because this is going to be evidence for and or my defense for RumNitty's first round, right? So T-Rex did the whole recycling lines thing. You know what I mean? Um, uh, pull the plug on them, and then and let the dead, let the dead do his part. Like I know there were a couple people that did the death do his part thing on the card or whatever, but I kind of felt like, yo, when T-Rex did this, that was it. That was like, yo, I kind of butchered it or whatever, but he was like, pull the plug on him and let death do his part. Like, yo, I love how he just like, like in that old school T-Rex rhyming pattern in his old cadence. The T-Rex we know. But yeah, that was great. Great setup, great planning, great writing. That was T-Rex. That's hat slamming T-Rex worthy. You know what I mean? But it started doing the Arizona, Come Ice T. Anyway, that was weird. Puff Diddy line, no bueno. I'm sorry. Eso no fue bueno, bro. That I just felt like you could have did better. You could have did better with that. You know what I mean? That could have been done just a slight. I don't know. I'm not here to critique T-Rex. I just felt like that line could have been set just a little bit more proper. Maybe I don't think it was a line that he should have thrown away. No, I think that should have been a line or bar setup that he could have sat there a couple more minutes and worked it, worked the writing, word the lining just right so it could fit for a better setup to truly attack RumNitty, his opponent. You know what I mean? But it was like certain parts of his rhyming, I just felt like, yo, they were there, but then I just felt like it was kind of off. Um, Rum shots off the wagon. Uh, Pop the pump like Steiner. Pop the pump like Scott Steiner. Wrestling bars never get old. To be honest, that Scott Steiner line, I've heard that before. Um, I don't know if I heard it from T-Rex before, but I have heard that, pop the pump like Scott Steiner, and it's Big Papa Pump. We all know it. Scott Steiner is Big Papa Pump. So when he said Papa Pump like Scott Steiner, I kind of felt it, but we talking about you have to say. It's like a pimp named Slickback. You got to say the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. You know what I mean? Big Papa Pump. You got to say the whole thing. You got to say the whole thing. Exactly. The whole thing. You have to say the whole thing. Like the battle rapport. The battle rapport. Exactly. The battle rapport. Zelle, Chime, PayPal, all that, right? Like the battle rapport. Say the whole thing. Oh, just like Tribe Called Quest. Pimp named Slickback. Big Papa Pump. You gotta say Big Papa Pump because that's his name. If you're gonna say if you're gonna say Scott Steiner, then give the man the honor of giving him his whole name, announcing his whole name. Like I'd like announcing RumNitty and TREX. I like announcing that because it lets you know these people are important. So if you're gonna say their name, say it right. And just be like, oh, RumNitty and T-Rex. I feel there is no feeling in that whatsoever. It's just like, oh, I'm just haphazardly saying it, blah, 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 blah. Like really, no care, no feeling, no right? And when you say Scott Steiner, you have to say Big Papa Pump. You just can't, you know what I mean? It's like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I mean? You can't have that without bread. Weird, right? Anyway, but everybody has their own weird ways and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna get into RumNitty's second round. I feel like right there, that first round between T-Rex and RumNitty, some would say that it was not T-Rex's night. I like to beg to differ. I feel like T-Rex was trying. I think T-Rex was the best that he could be up against such a killer as the You Are Alien RumNitty. Oh, why you sound biased and this, that, and the other? I am not biased. I am calling it down the middle, saying it how it is. This man is dangerous, RumNitty. And if you battle him at 60%, at your 100, it is very difficult to defeat him. You have to you got to be a legend. You got to be top tier. You got to have something, you know what I mean? You got to have everything, performance, swagger, everything and more to try and defeat him because he's, like I said, he's a UR alien. So, like I said, I'm not being biased. This is from evidence I have seen myself. Yes, him and Hollow the Dawn. RumNitty versus Hollow the Dawn was a very close and very debatable battle. A lot of people have Hollow the Dawn winning, but I have RumNitty winning that in a very tough battle that some people still say that that was a loss that he had this year. I don't want to believe it, but you know what I mean? People want to say it. People want to debate it, and I should not fault other people. I should not say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about," because they could have points, just like I have bars and so on and so forth, and my notes that I could be like, "Yo, in this specific round, right here in the middle of this round, he said this, and this was the determining factor for me in this round." You know what I mean? Like that's why I was saying in the first round, um, what was the bar? In the first round, he had the incubator bar, right? He had that set up for the incubator bar. I feel that was the determining factor in that round. So I could argue with anyone if anybody says, "Oh, well, in my opinion," because I sat there, I watched the battle 3, 4 times. I wrote notes and then had second notes that I put on the side that I'm going to have for my show, which I'm presenting now. Because I feel I want to talk about my opinion on this battle. It's no disrespect to anybody. I'm not here trying to disrespect TREX or disrespect RumNitty. I'm out here trying to do one thing and one thing only, trying to be the most positive channel out here in the battle rap community, in the battle rap media channel community. You know what I mean? Best content out here that I'm trying to produce is that. And I'm not going to sit here and diss anybody because the other person was just on one that night. You know what I mean? And then just totally disregard any of the other person's rounds. That is not what we're here to do. Some people, they can make their career off that. That's not what I'm here to do. All right, people? So let's get that out of the way. I do have my opinion on RumNitty. Sometimes he might not be on. I have my opinion on that. But he's been on a roll, and I don't think that he's stopping anytime soon. That Drake money that was put into the tournament that he was in, UM3 up against Geechee Gotti, that sparked a little bit of a fuel on the fire that he had already to just like keep doing the motion of I need to catch more bodies. I want to be champion of the year if if that's on his mind, or just wanting to set precedence that he is the top dog on the food chain. He is alpha. You know what I mean? And what he's been doing lately has been showing many levels of his competitiveness in this sport. Hey, I call it a sport. You know what I mean? It's you got a winner and you got a loser. All right, you got a point system. Sometimes people have a point system. I have a little point system, almost as regular as anybody. 1 to 10. You know what I mean? 3 rounds. At the end, you end up either having a 30 or 2-1, whatever the hell. But I mean? Usually you'll have a winner and a loser. That's why I kind of feel like battle rap is a sport in a sense. You know what I mean? But let's continue on. RumNitty in his second round. Now, like I said, I got RumNitty in the first round. Yeah, heard my opinion. RumNitty in the second round. I don't know what y'all were cooking up in the basement that got y'all like so enamored and thinking that this was not a great battle or a good battle to watch. Got everybody wanting to walk away or not even, or take a cigarette break or whatever. Just like the bars went over people's heads. Did the whole Crip and Swahili uh keyway, right? He did the whole, Crip and Swahili, the keyway, that whole setup to it. People were like people wasn't getting it. And then when he said it, it was like, yo, keyway? What? Like then people got there and was like, yo, he's RumNitty is really digging into his like writing pen in a little bit more different approach. If y'all haven't noticed, like I know I could rap, I know I could gun bar, I know I could do this or whatever. Can I rebuttal? Can I do these angles? You know what I mean? I know he could. We all know RumNitty can angle. If y'all haven't been able to notice in the past couple of years, he's been angling with his punchlines. He's like, we know him as every fracking bundle, every fracking bar. You know what I mean? We know him as every fracking bar. But haven't y'all been noticing that he's throwing angles in those bars in his setups? And so when he did that whole, the keyway, the whole Crippen Swahili, like, he's on a different plateau. He knows exactly where he's going. He can see his trajectory, where he's aiming to. And he is aiming to be a battle rap legend out here. He is, if he ain't already, he is one to me right now. And with such a high ceiling, I don't see RumNitty stopping or letting up. Shout out to RumNitty, no let up. But I don't see him letting up anytime soon. Unless, like, unless those big names come out the woodwork, you know what I mean? Those God tiers, those real high top tiers actually come out the woodwork and actually, you know what I mean? Battle the homie. Because this that smoke that if you want to solidify your name and your stature, whatever old head out there, from the old era, you want to solidify your name in battle rap history in our new era and beyond. For people to recognize the old era can still persist in the new era and beyond, battle RumNitty. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a legend in the making, if not already a legend right now, a living legend. So, okay, okay. So here we go. This was a moment for y'all in the second round. Oh, RumNitty, why did you have to do this? He was like, got the shooting, 50 booming, chest shot. He gonna stretch out and die like Whitney Houston. Hold up. Y'all thinking, oh, y'all thinking I was talking about the tub. Y'all think I was talking about the tub. Y'all stupid. I said and stretch out and die like Whitney Houston. When he started doing that, right? When he went into the first half, got the shoot, 50 booming, just shot, stretch and die like Whitney Houston. Like the way he did that, nobody caught that he was saying that, the way, he had to stop. Da, 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 y'all stupid. Y'all doing so, and then it's like, and you know what I mean? The way he did that, if nobody heard him break it down, slow it down or subtitle, however, you know what I mean? Y'all want to try to do this whole thing. But I kind of feel like this right here, RumNitty just created a new a new special, a new special move. Now, the thing is, I wonder what he's gonna do next time. Cause this right here, this is a new special move now. Now he can do something where it's like he can create this same moment, but in a whole different way and pattern. But still keeping with the same, like same idea. You feel me? Because RumNitty really doesn't like doing things twice, if y'all notice. You know what I mean? But that was crazy. Uh, the trunk of an old Nissan is where the Datsun. Get it? Nissan, Datsun, you know what I mean, in the trunk of it. Now, maybe people didn't catch that, but it was a double. You know what I mean? Because Nissan Datsun is a car. You know what I mean? Datsun is a Nissan car. It's old school. You know what I mean? And then, the trunk in Nissan is with a dots and TREX reps, you know what I mean, dot mob. So that's what a Datsun in the trunk of a Nissan Datsun. If anybody ain't catch the bar, I just introduced to you the whole set of that bar. Now you can understand, oh, that's a double. Yes, it's a double. That's how you do double entendres, if nobody noticed. You know what I mean? Zoom, zoom, the boom, boom. Rex and effect something. Oh, man. That was crazy. There was so many bars. And the thing is, I'm just pointing out a few bars, you know what I mean, from the second round. There was a lot of other bars in it that was just overhead. Just, the zoom zoom and the boom boom, Rex and effect something. Rex and effect something. Like, yo, another double. If y'all ain't never heard any of the. Come on now. I know y'all heard old school 80s and 90s songs, and just as much as y'all heard 80s and 90s R&B, y'all heard all I wanna do is a zoom 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 and a boom boom, just shake your up. Like, yeah, I was a teenager. I was a teenager DJing when that song was out. I had that record on LP. You know what I mean? 12-inch. Pause. It's a 12-inch record when I said 12-inch LP, all right? I'm from the old era where we had records where we would put it on a record on an S arm and we would cut. Not these little electronic. You can cue this song right here. Not that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was crazy. Rest in effects. However many times you throw. However many times. Oh yeah, this was for me. This was like a ender for me, yo. However many times you throw your hat on the floor, still can't get through the new era. Oh my, yo. Cálmate, cálmate, cálmate. Usa, usa, usa. What? You see what I mean, people? You see what I mean, people? Every time, every time RumNitty gets his gets his a battle that he wants, or a battle that it's just tossed around, like, you know what, this needs to happen, this needs to, I need to get this out of the way type of thing, you know what I mean, or a battle that is one of those get back battles. I need to, get this get back. He always finds a way of just pulling something out of nowhere that it's almost like, oh yeah, Cap, new era, ha ha ha. Yeah, we kind of get that. Whatever. It was probably done, a million other times in the, early 2000s or whatever. And da 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 da. Da. But to be honest, the way he flipped that, even don't get me wrong, I have heard Cap, new era, bars 100 times over in the past like 15 plus years. You know what I mean? But that one was a very new way of doing it, in my opinion, in this era too. And what I mean, the bar was literally, it can't get through, through the new era, Cap era. You know what I mean? Yeah, I should already know about that. And then T-Rex's second round. Um, this is where I felt the big decline. The big decline. The literal. We're not exceeding expectations. We are not getting to where we need to get to, and I think that maybe a majority of fans did leave the the stage area, and We kind of went outside, taking smoke breaks, having interviews and stuff like that because, online there are a lot of interviews where, people are saying, yeah, RumNitty and T-Rex are rapping right now. But why y'all out there? Anyway, smoke break. Anyway, y'all wild. T-Rex did have a line that I definitely liked in his second round. You know what I mean? Judge, jury, come on, Rex. I buried people in mailbox, Nitty. You post to know? Whoa. Yo, the way he did that, I'm like, bro, you should have did that the whole entire round. Been on RumNitty's neck. You should have did that the whole entire round. Whatever material you had in that second round, I feel it wasn't the right material. My opinion. I'm not the guy, right? I just have my little opinion. My little opinion is that second round, just toss it away. You don't need that second round except for this bar and just rap like that. Do that. And if you would have did that, you would have had the second round. Straight up. You would have had the second round. I felt like RumNitty had everything right there for you to just go ahead and just throw it right back at him. You know what I mean? Everything was set up. It's just I felt like you held back. Maybe it was the crowd. Maybe you saw the crowd was leaving and it got to you. I don't know what happened, but that second round could have been a lot better. You know what I mean? I know. I've seen T-Rex do them second rounds and go ham. Just as much as he'll go ham in the first round and his third round, like he knows how to finish. T-Rex is a finisher. But this was not. This was not it. This was not it. Esto no fue bueno, bro. This did not feel good. This was not good. I needed a better T-Rex. And we're going into the third round because that second round I just felt very depressed. I felt very sad. I felt very let down. I felt like a classic was on its way. But that second round, it was a big letdown. I feel it was a big letdown. But you know what I mean? Like I said, T-Rex next battle, I'm anticipating him to catch a body straight up. Because this, like I said, people have their wins and their losses. It happens. When you're dealing with tough competition, it's going to happen. You are going to have wins and you're going to have losses. Maybe more losses than wins because there's going to be tough competition out there. But there will come a time where you will gain more skills and add it to your attributes as your weapons upon your weaponry to get rid of the apps, get rid of the opposition. You feel me? So it's just one of those things that happens. You know what I mean? It's that second round, it happened. You know what? Whatever. Let's go to the third round. You know what I mean? Or like I said, you know what I mean? We cannot just say, oh, it's over for the battle rapper's career. Oh, it's over, this, that, and the other. Why? Why are we literally, you know, twerk and Sue Surf? Are we literally gonna just berate them and be like, oh yeah, y'all shouldn't battle rap no more. Y'all don't want to give it 110%. And no, do not. Because if we do that, I mean, we got our troll babies out there. You know what I mean? They're gonna troll whatever. But our best thing to do is give them the fire and the fuel that they need to persist to move on. At least give them their flowers, let them know, and if they have a loss, let them know, hit them up on the DMs, let them know, hey, I still am here supporting you. I know this loss with RumNitty was tough or whatever, but I know I'm right here. I'm right here. I know. I'm right here every time you post a picture, you post a comment. I'm here. I'm a fan. So as long as we stay here and supporting our battle rappers and battle rapettes, our kings and our queens of battle rap, we will have successful battles all the time. We will have the fuel that they need to persist and move forward because there's fans that are there from day one. There are fans from there that have been there for a couple of years and are still going on. There are fans that are brand new that are like, oh, you are the dude, you are the queen. I'm following, you know what I mean? These battle rappers and battle rapettes, the men and women, the kings and queens of battle rap deserve the respect just like any other human deserves respect. Respect and a modest, what I say? I say respect, common sense, and a modicum of decency is what we need in this world again. All right. But yeah, the third round, like I said, I have, I have at least one of my favorite bars from each of them in the third round because I felt like this was winding down. This is all starting to wind down. You know what I mean? RumNitty in the third round, he had referencing to this video that T-Rex had up there with Vague, or uh, uh a video of T-Rex and Vague with a female, and the shots or whatever, and saying Lee Harvey Oswald, that was a suspect shot. Wow, that was like boom. That was one of them numbers. That was one of them Jones. Like, I got a shotgun to your face, T-Rex. What you gonna do? That was like one of those. You know what I mean? And T-Rex in his third round, he had something that it was one of those slick, what I mean, slick bars that you're not expecting or whatever, and it was funny. It was like, oh, yo, I want more of that. Like, yo, keep doing that. He was like, I respect you on parent time, just not at this apparent time. Like, hey, yeah, I love how he flipped it like that. You know what I mean? I just felt like that third round he could have did a lot more. You know what I mean? But yeah, this battle, I'm gonna weigh it down to this. I'm gonna weigh it down to this. A gentleman's 30, a tough battle for T-Rex. Um, I'm not gonna say that this is one of his worst losses. I'm not gonna say that because you know he's probably had worse losses. You know what I mean? He's probably had we're not gonna talk about the look T-Rex. So let me put this away. All right, T-Rex is a legend. T-Rex is one of those men that if you give him enough time, you give him enough fuel, he's gonna burn the whole town down to get at you, to get you, the apps. And I believe, you hear me, people? Quote me. I believe T-Rex, he is here, he is back for a reason. This is just a loss. That's it. It's not the end of T-Rex's life. It's not the end of his career. I think he wants to solidify his legacy with trying to be able to at least show up and battle these new era homies right now. You know what I mean? I don't think that he's letting up. I don't think that he's going to stop. I don't think he's going to stop until he is happy with what he's become in battle rap. I think that, a lot of people probably put a lot of stain on his name and try, put a lot of, BS on his name, whatever. And I think probably that's the reason why he's back and he wants to battle. I think for me, like the battle for me that let me know he wants to come back and battle, excuse me, was when he battled Tay-Rock. When he battled Tay-Rock, I felt that that was one of those battles that it was like he's back and there's something else that he's here to gain because he wants to prove to himself something. Plus, there's something that he wants to gain, or maybe something that he wants to retain. So, in this, I think T-Rex wants to retain his legendary status. However people want to say, he is still a name, a household name. You say his name T-Rex, battles come up. Oh, I remember when he battled, names come up. So think about it, right? Think about it. The next time you see T-Rex, let him know. Let T-Rex know, yo, the homie, Hydro Man, he has his opinions, weird, wears a Slipknot mask, so on and so forth. But he got mad love for you, homie. He wants to see your next battle and see who is it that you about to take out. I want to see who you about to get rid of off and take them off this planet. That's what I want to see. T-Rex leave Earth, leave this planet in the next battle. That's what I want to see, straight up. Because for people thinking that T-Rex lost it, he doesn't have the fire in him, and da 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 da. No, no. Last time people were saying something of the same sort on somebody, they were saying it about Shotgun Suge. And what happened with that? Oh yeah, he had a classic battle with real name Brandon. What? But nobody want to talk about that one, right? A couple people here there, but yo, that was a classic battle. And that I will be talking about within the next couple weeks because I'm going to be doing individual episodes on individual battles that have happened throughout the times of the past couple months or so. You know what I mean? The past few months. You know what I mean? A lot has gone on in battle rap, and I think it's time to put everything together in a nice cohesive way where it's like, you know what? If I'm gonna have enough, if I'm gonna spend time talking about this battle, I want to give it its just due. You know what I mean? Might start putting more more bars in my notes so that when I put things together I'll have more bars. You know what I mean? Because I've been thinking about maybe putting some more bars in. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like that certain battles are very like this one kind of felt like it was like okay, cut and dry. We have a winner and a loser. You know what I mean? And that there were more determining factors on one end to have a winner before we even got to the third round. You know what I mean? And that was very rough. You know what I mean? But it's only one battle. There are hundreds of other battles that will be happening within the next couple months. Trust you me. Because every other battle rap league is out here trying to, one up each other and all that other stuff. The competition is real, people. The competition is real. So, let me check this out real quick. There's been, I don't know, some thoughts on my times. I've been thinking of changing my times, and like I said, I'm not changing my times immediately, but I will be, adding different times for my live streams. Like what I want to do is I'd like to. I don't want to schedule the live streams. I think live streams should be done organically, and live streams should be done like you should schedule your live streams, but not schedule it online. You just like, oh, I might be doing something on Sunday, and then the day of You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like I want to mix things up on my channel. I want to add, a little bit more flavor, a little sazon with all this. Hype things up, spice things up a little bit. Um, is that it? That's it. I feel like I kind of got some more in the stash that I would like to say. You know what? I'm gonna leave that for the next time I'm online because I'm gonna be coming online maybe 12 hours from now, maybe less. I don't know. But I definitely want to be doing, coming up here every day until the new year or right into the new year. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've been lacking in episodes to give to y'all. So for that, like I said, starting the Christmas New Year, starting this Christmas with a bang, new episodes and all that, new series, Spotlit, introduced last night. Of course, there are some other things that I've got on the works that I have written down on my wall of goals and stuff, and show ideas and segments and stuff. So something's coming. Something's coming. Plus, the interview that I promised you will be happening. Most likely, it's going to happen in the new year. Getting in contact with them because of the whole, holidays thing has been a little iffy. But you know what I mean? I still, they follow me, I follow them, we still connect. So, everything's still fine and dandy. So, just waiting for a hit up so that we could set a date because I'd like for at least it be a daytime, not a nighttime thing. I'm usually the night hawk out here. You know what I mean? I'm usually out here doing the late battle rap show, the late night battle rap show all the time. So I think I want to, mix that up and start doing stuff in the daytime, evening, and what I mean, mix it up. Maybe even do a morning show. You never know. Wake and bake or something. You know what I mean? You never know. But yeah, feel a lot better. Got that RumNitty and um, got that RumNitty and TREX out the way. You know what I mean? There's just like a lot that I definitely want to start setting up for the new year because I mean, of course, if you're not at least spending, some time with your family, then I mean, what would the holidays, you know, be about if you're not spending time with, some family and friends? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be spending some time with some family and friends, chilling and stuff like that. Maybe, drink some sangria, you know what I mean? Get a little buzz going, you know what I mean? Um, Maybe have some expensive tequila. I think I've been wanting to try some expensive tequila. You know what I mean? But that's for another time. You know what? Some eggnog. Yeah. Some eggnog with some tequila. Yeah, I think I might want some of that. But y'all know the routine. Um I'm gonna give y'all my um I'm gonna give y'all my mantra. You know what I mean? Always at the end of my show, always do a positive reinforcement, a mantra. You know what I mean? Something to go home with, and let it simmer, let it marinate in your cerebral cortex. Always something positive and stuff like that. So I'll give you my mantra that I usually use. So I shall not allow anything or anyone to deter me from my path, not even myself, because I can self sabotage. So of course, n- never allow anything or anyone to determine your path, to deter you from your path. Your path is your path, their path is their path. Whatever works and floats their boat might not work and float your boat. You know what I mean? So your path is your path, my path is my path. Let's just be. You know what I mean? And never allow for yourself to control your like overly think things, because you can self-sabotage doing that. So that's why my mantra is the way I use it, the way I say it. So, and y'all know the normal spiel: don't drive drunk, don't drive distracted, and don't drive with a cell phone in your hands. There are other people on the road, mainly me too. You know what I mean? Um, but y'all know, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Good fracking night. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Hydra Man out. Have a great weekend, people. And have a great week. Because the new year is coming. And it's going to be sweet. Yes, it is.